If I'm fixing it, I'm filming it. Well, we're going to replace this old toilet. Came originally with the house, so it's about 20 some years old, and I replaced all my toilets in my house, so I decided to bring one of them here so they could have it. But just remember, before you replace a used toilet with another toilet, make sure you get a new wax ring. Okay, so let's get started. First thing we got to do is turn off the water. And then let's get rid of some of the water. Hold it open. And that's the best we can do here. And here's a little trick to get some more water out of the bowl. Pouring water. There we go. Now, once the water's off, let's disconnect this. Put a towel underneath it. Might get some little drip. Make sure it's off good. Okay, next thing we gotta do is pop this off, and we can unscrew it. Of course, there's one on each side. Okay, I'll go to the other side and do it. Well, once the bolts are out, you can take the top tank off if you want, but I don't. So you should be able to just lift, and there we go. There we go. Ready to lift out. Lift straight up. There we go. All done. Okay, let's use a putty knife and get rid of that old wax ring. It's not worth it. For $5. It's disgusting, but it has to be done. Geez, I also noticed this is dripping too, and that's common. So I turned off the main water. You gotta go downstairs, find the main valve, turn on another tap to release any pressure, but why is this leaking? Easier to do it now that the toilet's not in the way. Then you have to uncrank that. Maybe it wasn't tight enough. Let's take a look. Let's investigate. Sure, that's a little worn. So why don't we replace that while we've got that out? Well, I got a new little end on it. Let's screw it back in. See, that prevents that from leaking. Oh yeah, it's tighter. Okay, now I'm going to turn on the main water. Okay, let's clean this. I have a nice little scraper. Let's get rid of all this old putty. Okay, I've got it all scraped apart. let's just clean it while I'm back here. And that way the silicone will hold better. I also noticed a crack along this grout line. Might as well fill it in while the toilet's out of the way so no water can accidentally get in that grout line somewhere in your wall. Okay, let's get this wax ring on. Okay, now the toilet. Okay, after I get these tightened on both sides, be careful, don't over tighten, but nice and tight so the toilet doesn't move. Put your caps back on. Should snap on. And now I'm filling it with water, and let's do our first flush and look for leaks and anything. And just double check. You don't want to put the silicone around the toilet until you make sure the wax seal is good. Sometimes you need an extra height wax seal, a slim wax seal, all depends. I needed an extra height one because of the tile floor. It brought the toilet up higher. One more flush. Three times the charm. Well, so far so good. I'm just going to take a look in the basement. There was actually no suspended ceiling, so just double, triple check to make sure there's no leaks at all. Okay, nicely siliconed all the way around, the cap's back on, there's no leaking. While I was at it, I noticed the back wall where it joins the floor needed some caulking. Like, just because you're there for one project, if you see something else wrong, fix it. Okay, well, tank is good. Flushes like it's supposed to. There's no leaks. See, I saw some more cracking along there, so yeah, so replacing the toilet turned into fixing that water line over there, putting a new gasket, and then silicone around the walls where it joined the floor. But I think we're good. Put the cap on and the toilet is ready for business. If you sure like this video, Frank and I would appreciate it if you would subscribe and like. Good luck on your repair.